Oh, I just realised that dropped. Hang on. That's it. You can see me now. My camera dropped. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon on this absolutely glorious penultimate day in April. I think we've got summer now. I think we should all be making the most of it because they're talking about dimming the sky, aren't they now? Not that they haven't been doing it for decades, but they're actually on about in the news they're going to do it. So maybe we should be making the most of this. Anyway, lovely to see you all. And as far as I can work out, the people that are on here so far that I can see, you were at Power Up. Yes? Was it good? I tell you what, I can honestly say it was 10 times better than I expected. And interestingly, I'm going to actually say that I thought Sunday was better than Saturday. Sunday was really good. They compacted it, and it just meant you got pure announcements and all the stuff that you want without what I call the fluff. I just realized, hang on, guys, my camera just decided it wanted to drop. That's a bit better. You can see me a bit more. So we're going to talk about the announcements, and I'm going to say this before anything. If you didn't attend, you had to have a damn good reason why. Okay. Now there is a lady that's on here. She's not showing herself, but she could be feeding a brand new newborn baby. Do you know what? That one's allowed. Otherwise, I would say, what couldn't you put off to be part of what I would say was a bit of making history? All right. And I really do mean that. It was absolutely phenomenal. I actually felt the company surpassed in terms of presentation. It was sleek, it was professional. It always is, but this was like, I always felt it was another level. I thought it was absolutely amazing. And the most important thing is that they'd listened to the network, they'd listened to the leaders who gave them feedback from last year, and they took it all on board. And it was brilliant. It was a brilliant, brilliant time. And although I was there the whole weekend, I wouldn't have wanted to miss a moment. And the trainings on Sunday afternoon, wow. If anybody had been at Claire Hingott and Hannah Leaning on Getting Restarted, that was launching rockets of energy. It was mind-blowing. I came away like I was 10 feet tall, feeling absolutely amazing. It was just brilliant. Honestly, the stuff was brilliant. And I think perhaps they showed the company too. This is why you need in-class training. You really do. It completely energizes you. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. Let me do it. And I shall put it into presentation mode. And I think we're all seeing purple. Okay, so this is a recap, but it's a bit more than that because I'm going to give you examples of things. So look, just a very short clip, a kind of this isn't fake. People, it was like that. It was absolutely sensational. I stood up, I sat down, I stood up, I sat down. In the end, I thought I might as well stay standing because it was just so good. All right, guys, you've got to make the effort. You've got to put other things aside. Do you know what? As I said in the last week, just treat it like a damn good weekend, a chance to kind of forget everything else going on, all the rubbish in the world, all the stuff you've got going on. Just forget it all and actually come along and enjoy the most fabulous, fabulous day. So here it is, folks. The company wants to really kind of say to you, I think there are so many in this world, in the UK, that have got. Has anyone seen those pictures of loads of bottoms in the air and their heads in the sand? Yeah, on the beach, right? I think most of the UK has got its head in the sand. It really has, because they are working towards, to be honest, poverty. All right. So the average pension pot is £60,000. That is 70% of the UK. Oh my God. And that will deliver you £300 a month. Guys, can anybody live on £300 a month? Can you really live on 300 a month? What a joke. I can't, that's for sure. All right. But let's show you why you should be saying to yourself, it's time to take this seriously. Of all the network marketing companies out there, they're all product based. You have got to buy product and sell product, and you can get left with product. All right. Hard work. That's almost like good old fashioned retail. Why is this different? It's services. Because you're not asking anyone to buy this stuff. Can you imagine taking somebody's mobile phone off them? I think they'd go demented, wouldn't they? They can't. You haven't got to convince anyone to use this. We are saying to people, look, come and have customer service like you've never known. It's unprecedented. Come and have this. Come and have much simpler billing. And by the way, forevermore now, you get the best value. Please note, I don't talk about the cheapest gas and electric. Yes, it is on the fixed rate, but please don't sell this as cheap. If you do that, you've lost it. In fact, Ramdat sat on stage and I absolutely whooped him because he said too many people begin their presentation talking about money and services. I don't do that. All right. I go in, it's all about value, and value is a totally different concept to cheap. So imagine doing two customers a month, for 5 years. Let's work on the average. We won't work on the bonuses. Let's say the average, because over 70% of customers do have 3 services. And as you're going to see, they've now brought in a 5th service. So there is a lot more opportunity to get 3. So 3 services, a homeowner, do that 2 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, at the worst case scenario, that's 5 hours work a month. Please don't tell me you can't find an hour a week. All right, 5 hours, 5 hours. That will give you a pension pot of 100,000, nearly double. £500 every month. Actually, at the moment, it's a bit more because as soon as you hit 2, 3 or 4 service homeowners, you earn an extra 50. So that actually is £600. That's astonishing. Guys, you've got to have belief you're in the best thing. If you are not prioritizing your diary to set aside some time for this, you are missing a trick entirely. And that's what this is about. It's about not, oh, I'll just fit it in when I happen to be free. It's about getting that diary, putting in all your other stuff, and then looking where's the pockets of time that you can devote to doing some proper rainmaker activity. Not tidying your desk, not planning and planning and planning and planning, actually doing. In fact, Ramdat said it's either setting appointments or sitting appointments. Setting appointments to support or sitting appointments to support. That's what this is about. Okay, really important. Now, let's tell you something else. Broadband. Some of you may have not even experienced this yet because you're really new. But us that have been in the game with legacy businesses, we've been seeing after the first 18 months loss leader contract, we've been losing customers because basically, as the name implies, what they've done is they've offered something where they've got to claw back the money afterwards. And the daft thing is, every company out there, every supplier for broadband out there is doing this. It's nuts. But the trouble is, how do you beat the competition? You want to get the customers, so they've been between the devil and the deep blue sea. But they've listened to us and they've come up with something that is really good. They are now going to take up to 60% of the price increase when the intro contract ends. That is going to be fabulous. And if you do it right and you do the proper presentation and you really emphasize the importance of everyday spending using that cashback card, do you know what? That little bit of increase on that second contract won't matter, because they will love the discount club. They'll love the convenience of the bill. And I see too many people kind of missing that cashback card out. It's got to stop. Get yourself on one of the courses all about the cashback card. All right. So, what about existing customers? What about those existing homeowners? Well, for those with 3 services, they are going to see their price come down too. That's really, really good. Okay. And by the way, the City Fibre promotion has been extended. All right. It's been extended. So that's great news. And what else? Well, boiler and emergency home cover is back in the fold. It's back on the sign up process, the quotation system we affectionately know as JTC, join the club. If you haven't already set aside 5 minutes, please do get that training done. All right. I did mine, I think, at about something like 6 a.m. yesterday morning. As soon as I woke, right, get it done, out the way. And as I put out there to you guys, even if you did it only a few weeks ago, if you did it 3 days ago, you must redo it. Absolutely important. There's a few things in there that you've got to read. Okay. The broadband, okay, is a partner, the boiler and home cover with this incredible half price for the first 3 months is a partner exclusive offer only. In other words, customers cannot ring up head office and ask for this. It's through partners only. How loyal is that for us? It acts as a core service in your bundle of benefits. There is no customer bonus for it, but from day one, you are going to earn the premiums, which I think it's round about 4% of the monthly premiums. That's called Happy Days. Really good. This is an award-winning 5-star service. All right. So it's now in the bundle. And what about, well, we're all aiming, aren't we, to be feckers? But now our customers can experience being feds. They can have free energy days. Well, what is this? Well, let's explain it. So what's a free energy day? Well, the company said, let's make this simple as we can possibly make it. Let's not do like Octopus, where you've got to use your energy, your electric at certain times of the day to get a cheaper rate, and a few hours here and perhaps in the afternoon and all that rubbish. This is, you are just going to get some free energy. Now, let's show you what this is about. Okay, so a 2-service homeowner, all right, takes 2 services. They will get the equivalent of 1 free energy day per month for the first 3 months. 3 free energy days. But look, the average person, 70% of the people, take 3 services. And guess what? They're now going to get 24 free energy days. That's 2 every month for the first 12 months. That's a saving on average of £120. It's actually included in the sign up process. If you want to try it out, yes, you could do it on yourselves, all right? But why not ring somebody that you've been meaning to ring and say, something brand new's coming. I need to try this out. Can I use you as a human guinea pig? Guys, it's almost going back to the beginning. It's like use people to try this out. And guess what? They might turn around and go, yes, please. Do you know what? Shall I tell you why I like this three service free energy? Two 2 days per month. This is the way that I'm talking about it, and I have already. Do you know what that means? That every month there's a weekend where basically you're getting free energy. How cool is that? People can relate to that. Yeah, they can relate to that. That is absolutely amazing. So, guys, don't worry too much about the small print. Just do what you got to do. It comes up on the Join the Club site. Have a read about it. But you know what? Do what you got to do and it will happen. And it means they're getting more money. Who wouldn't want free energy? Is it not the one thing that most people loathe is paying their energy bill? Yeah. So the other thing they talked about, it was there. It was announced. The Achievers Retreats. Wow. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Here we go. But they've changed the criteria. This is phenomenal. So the qualification period it was from Saturday until the 31st of January 26. But what they've done is they've actually brought the number of points you need down. Okay. So you did at one point, you for a mini retreat, you needed 60. Now it's 55. For the Achievers Retreat, you needed 125, and that's come down to 115. You must earn at least 4 Achiever points each month, starting from May. So basically, these few days of April are a little bit of a bonus. And the trackers, excuse me, are all live on the portal. Did some of you, I'm going to stop the share a minute because I can't see everybody. Did you pick up your your tracker with your little stickies? Yeah? Wonderful. I know. I do like my little stickies. I must be a big kid. I really like every time I get a recruit or I sign up somebody, I love putting those little stickies on there. That must make me really, really simple. But you know what? I love it. It's great. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. So here they are, guys. Here's these retreats. So, a mini achievers retreat for four, the family, two adults, two kids, Centre Parks. It is the creme de la creme in, to be honest, you could say British sort of holidays. I've been to Centre Parks twice. I personally have paid it. It's an arm and a leg. About, could be 15 years ago now, I took my two nephews for my three nephews for their birthdays with my late husband. It might have been a bit longer than that. And all those years ago, it set us back about 1,500 quid. Just all those years ago. And they are rather lovely. Then there is a mini achievers retreat for two. Gorgeous. Do you know what? I really like the look of Bucharest. And I'm thinking, do I want to just go for the mini? But I really like the look of it. And then, I'm spoilt for choice because I've always wanted to go to Cyprus. And that's for a family of four. But what I can say to you is, last year, my husband and I, we took the Achievers Retreat, which was for Tenerife, and the hotel was stunning. And we didn't take any kids with us, and we still had a wonderful time. It was brilliant. And then the Achievers Retreat for two. Oh, here we go. Look, Egypt and a Nile cruise. Oh, do you know what? I haven't. decided yet because I really feel spoilt for choice. So what you got to do is think, oh, what am I going for? I tell you what, guys, go for the big ones, and you can always go down, can't you? So here we go. Like I said, to qualify for this incentive, the mini, it's 55 achiever points and 3 QDs. Okay. And then for the achievers, it's 115 and 3 QD stars. Okay. There is a caveat. Okay. But I don't know that there's anyone on here that it applies to. So I'm not, well, I could tell you because you might want to go for it. If you've got over 400 customers, quality, 70% home ownership, you don't have to do the recruiting part anymore now. You can just do the points. That may be something really worth going for. Get those customers in. How about that? Wow. Right. And here it is, the big one. Connectors. Oh, this is so good. So let's explain it. This is all on the partner portal, folks. You need to check it out. You need to sit down. I tell you what, sit down with a nice cup of tea, all right, or a glass of wine, and just go through this stuff and have a good old read. Yeah, yeah. So there are a lot of people out there that run small businesses. They could be hairdressers. They might be your accountant. They could be, oh, there's so many, loads of people. And they really like this, but they're just too busy. They're just too busy. Now, I'm going to give you an example because I've already pitched somebody and it wasn't my accountant. I'm going to explain what happened because this will help you. You are not going to just send this out to all your existing customers. No, that's not what this is about. This is about small businesses, okay? And it's not about just sending flyers. It's none of that. It's about, there's a clue in the word connector. It's about connection. It's about building rapport. So let me tell you what happened. Yesterday, after my little grandson, after I'd been looking after him, and it was a mass clear up, my window cleaner arrived to do the 4 cottages. And I'm the one that introduced our window cleaner to my neighbours. And I was going out one time, it was early last year, and I was knocking the doors and handing leaflets, as you do, to your neighbours. By the way, a neighbour where I live is at least a mile away. All right, that's reality. So I was on a local estate, and as I was going round, I saw this van on the drive and it said streak-free window cleaning. Now we had just lost well, we had a window cleaner, but he was very inconsistent and he just kept letting us down. In fact, we went for 6 months without any clean windows, which wasn't very good. So I thought, oh, in for a penny, in for a pound. Guys, I'm giving you tips here of how to do this. So I knocked the door and this face popped round, this young lad. I say he's young. He's probably actually in his 30s, okay? And he looked at me, and I wasn't dressed in purple, all right? But I had my letters and my flyers. And I said, "Excuse me." I said, "Is that your van?" And he said, "Yeah, why?" I said, "Oh, I explained what's been going on and we need a window cleaner." I said, if I got my 3 neighbours involved, would you be able to do a really good price for our windows? Could you match what we pay? £17 each. He said, could you send me some pictures of where you are, the windows and everything? So later on I did. Anyway, I then rang him. I sent him the stuff on WhatsApp and he said, yeah, I can do it for £17. Now, over this last year, I've been building a relationship with him. And by the second time he came, I was having a chat and discovered he's been a customer of Utility Warehouse for some time. And he had energy and he had mobile phone, but no broadband. And he didn't have anything else. And he certainly didn't know about the cashback card. So me being the good partner that I am, I'm telling him the benefits. And then I said to him, hang on there, hang on. I ran indoors and I went and got a bill and I came out and showed him. Oh my God. He said he didn't realise what a trick he'd missed with the cashback card. And then he said, right, I will add broadband. I said, it's in your benefit too. So now he's got 4 services. He's got 2 mobiles, broadband, gas, electric, cashback card. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. Why is that important? Because he's going to be my connector and he already believes in UW. I've already said to him about being a partner, and he said, I just haven't got time. This was before Christmas. I just haven't got time, Lisa. So yesterday he came. I thought, this is my moment. So out I go. I'm chatting away about all kinds of other things. And then we get into about the bills. And then I said, oh, do you know what, Alex, I've got something amazing. There's this thing called connectors. I said, look, you haven't got to do anything. You and I are going to connect. There's a little form you've got to fill in, which basically the company needs your bank details and they're going to give you a connector ID number. And all you've got to do is all those lovely people that that know you through cleaning their windows is have a little natter and just say, do you know what? I know this lady called Lisa. Oh, she's amazing. Do you know what? She reduces people's bills. I've got all the services. I absolutely love it. And then she does this incredible customer service. And guess what? Everyday spending reduces it further. I said, Alex, that's all you got to say. I said 20 seconds. And then give him one of my flyers. And I've given him 50 Ben Fogle flyers that have got my contact details. I said, but Alex, whatever you do, don't just post them through the door. That won't work. You've got to have a little chat with them because it's that moment of rapport that makes the difference. So I then explained to him, instead of £50 for referring, yeah, £50 referral, I said, Alex, by doing this, every time you pass me a name and a number, I follow through. I promise to look after them. When they take 3 services and they're a homeowner, you're not going to get £50. You're going to get 3 times more. You're going to get £125. And if 4 services, 150. He went, really? I said, yeah. Oh my God. He said, that's worth talking. He said, that's worth talking a couple of minutes with somebody. He said, I have to clean a lot of windows to earn that. Do you think in the future he might think about being a partner? Yes, that's the way you do it, guys. Now, there is a criteria. You cannot just go into this between now and the 4th, which is Sunday. It is Sunday, isn't it? The 4th. Yeah. Between now and Sunday, you must do one thing. Sign up a customer or support on an appointment or recruit someone. And if you do one of those items, you will be one of the very first to be given the chance to actually do this. You must get off your derrieres and do something this week. Okay? Really important. So you will also get achiever points, us. By the way, I've already asked the question. I'm going to stop the share so that some of you can see this. Who's on residual income like me? Pure residual. Yes. Yes. Everyone should be, really. All right. Yes. The good news is I've already asked the question and I've got it from Justin Bazzino. The question is, what happens with the partners that are on residual income? The reality is this. What happens is the connector still gets their half share of what we call upfront customer bonus, QUIP, 125, 150. We still get our what we would earn upfront as being a residual income person. And we still get those achiever points. Okay, so it's really, really cool. I'm sorry I can't answer questions as well as doing this because that's really difficult. So I'm running through this as fast as I can. Okay, here we go. Personal residual income. There we are. Still get that as well. So we still get an upfront bonus. We still get all of that. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So there you are. You must do one thing. By May the 4th, you must have attended Power Up. If you didn't attend Power Up, I'm sorry, you will not be one of the early access to connectors. We kept shouting at you. We kept saying, get yourself to Power Up, get yourself to Power Up. Okay, really, really important. Cashback card. Right, it's been trialed. I've been one of the trialees, if there's such a word. Now, you do not have to worry about only 5 free top-ups a month with your card. Now you can have instant bank transfer. No charging for topping up at all. Anyone using instant bank transfer, no charge for topping up. And anybody that you sign up with a cashback card, they are not going to pay the one-off £5 and they're going to get their first 3 months of their cashback card monthly payment for free. So do you want to get people to try it every single time? Is that the thing that's been the problem? £3? Is that the thing why you've not given over, why somebody's not taken the cashback card? I cannot imagine. Everybody I see takes the cashback card. And there should not be a single partner that does that they must have it. you can't you can't recommend something you're not using, all right? It is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've just been out, I've been to the farm, Vines, I bought a bit of shopping there, 1%, but I've now been to Sainsbury's, got me 3%, filled up the car, 3%. Everywhere I go, I use it everywhere. Okay. And just to make life, woo, here we go. Some more partners, cashback partners, where it's unlimited cashback. So more percentages, and the people that the cashback retailers, be it online, in store, that partner with UW, you can use it over and over again. So you could go, for example, I don't know, to Cineworld, probably grab yourself a bit of Pizza Express or Subway and get yourself a coffee. How cool is that? And here it is. May the 4th challenge be with you. Gather, it's a Power Up attendee exclusive. Gather a customer, support an appointment, recruit a partner, and they're going to give us a slice of the action. We're going to get a meal. We're going to get dessert, dough balls, a drink, pizza. All right. Absolutely brilliant. That was the final thing that our steward said. I'm sorry, guys. If you feel you've lost out, I'm sorry, but we tried so hard to get you there. All right. We tried really, really hard to get you there. And then also, the company wants to commit to the community more, and they want to give back free energy days to some really super causes. And they're giving free energy days. I think it's something like they want to do 1 million, and they're already giving like something silly like about 40,000 already, which is absolutely amazing. So, what should you now make a note of? Well, Amplify is Saturday, the 6th of September. Don't leave it. Come on, book your ticket. Those of us that were at Power Up, we did it immediately. And I think we've got a voucher for Knowledge is King coming as well because we were there. But this is the next big date in your diary. Everything else, book it now. Don't worry about the childcare. Don't worry about the travel. Don't worry about any of that stuff, because do you know what? The reality is that can be fixed. Just book, get your ticket booked, and everything can be sorted out. That is in Coventry at the Coventry Building Society Stadium where we were last year. And then they've already announced that next year Power Up will be a new location announcement coming soon. It won't be at Telford, but it is the 18th and 19th of April. So put that in your diary. All right. Key dates. Not going to be at Telford. Please note. And there's your link. Here you are. Get your cameras out. Come on. QR code it. Get your link for Amplify. All right. Very, very important. So, guys, I've managed to do it super fast, but I'm now going to say, please feel free to unmute yourself. All right. Do unmute, okay, and ask me some questions. If you're bound to have questions, especially the people that never came. Come on.
I've got a question, Lisa.
Yes, go for it.
I just want to clarify something. For the point for this week up to next Sunday, to the support a partner point, does that have to be a new partner within the first 45 days? Because I'm supporting someone who's gone past that.
Yeah, it does, within 45.
It does.
But I am going to give you a caveat here. If you look at the T's and C's, and it says in the T's and C's, recruiting a partner doesn't count. Yes, it does. There's an error. All right. We've had it. We've already asked it this morning. Justin Bazzino has written back to us and said, yes, it does. It's a bit of an anomaly. I'll tell you why, just so you know, because to the shareholders and to the industry, it doesn't look like we should get rewards for just recruiting alone. You understand that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember all the stuff that went on back in the 80s? All right, that's the reason. But he has said you will get a point. All right, you will get a point. Anyone else got any questions? Yes, go on, Lindsay.
Giving us a taste of what's to come. Are they going to bring back Pizza Tuesday on a regular basis?
How long is a piece of string, Lindsay? I miss it terribly, but shall I tell you what I've been thinking about? Because I agree. Did we like Pizza Tuesday? Did we like it?
Yeah.
Was it a great way to bring guests?
It was.
Yeah. I've been thinking, do you know what? If the company won't do it, then why don't I organise one down here? You know what? And some of the other leaders could organise one in their areas. It would be a great idea. Get together, because actually it was a very sociable thing, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Good question, Lindsay. Anybody else? Did Corenza have her hand up, or was it the sun?
Yes, it's me. Do you know gather one customer? That can that be a tenant? Is there a minimum requirement of services?
It's got to be a homeowner.
Oh.
2 or more services, homeowner, not a tenant.
I mean, for the before the 4th of May.
Yes.
For that one, that has to be a homeowner with 2 more services as well, does it? Oh, okay.
Can I just say to all of you, right? I feel the pain as well as you about tenants. And I am very aware of what's going on in the economy and the way that it doesn't matter who the government is in, they seem to be out to absolutely, am I allowed to say this while I'm recording? Screw the country. They don't seem to be for us, do they? Yeah?
No.
And I can see that what's going to happen as people can't afford to pay their mortgages, there are going to be more people that will become tenants.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely sure of this.
Yeah.
And it is
100%.
That used to be, didn't it?
Yeah, it's something they're looking into.
Something that was invented in the 50s.
Yeah.
Could you not
The
just
banks to make money.
Can you not just talk between yourselves? Because I'm trying to answer questions here. All right. Lorraine, you've got your hand up. Please do ask a question.
By the 4th, if you do one of those 3 things, you become a connector and get a pizza. Is that right?
Correct. Correct.
So with the pizza, is it just for one person, or do you take your partner, or what?
It's for two people,
Okay.
Yeah.
like it always was, wasn't it? It
Okay.
used to be like that for your partner, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as you've got a joint distributorship, so you don't even have to worry anyway.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
They wouldn't expect you to leave Terry behind.
Okay.
Anyone
That's
else got a question?
Just because suppose I gather two homeowners who take energy only, does that count?
No.
Really?
No, energy only does not count. If you ever look at any of the achiever points, have a look. Mobile only doesn't count, and you could have 4 mobiles, but it's a mobile doesn't count. And energy only doesn't count. All right. They're keeping to the same thing. Why? Because otherwise we're all going to get damn confused if they go away from what they've already got. We keep
Yeah.
asking them, keep it simple, keep it simple. All right. And actually I'm in agreement with them on that one because you know, I'm going to go back to it. Why would you sign someone up for energy only?
No, they wouldn't. No.
You wouldn't. The way they benefit the most is taking the full gambit, everything, the
Cashback cards, yeah.
cashback card, the whole thing. That is what's best for them. It really is. It's not what's best for us. It happens to be best for us, but that's not the point. It's what's best for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fran?
I've just I'll just give you an example of that. I quoted someone last June and he couldn't come on board with all his services. I went back in November, could have done his energy, but still couldn't do his other services. I went back 2 weeks ago and signed him up with 4 services. And now we might even be adding his boiler cover on as well. So it does pay to wait.
Yes, it's a no for now, a yes for later.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And that is absolutely true because we absolutely want to do the best for people. And that's the way I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give you a clue. Somebody I've known for donkey's years has sent me a WhatsApp. Lisa, I'm interested in your boiler cover. He's been a business commercial customer for donkey's years. I'm on about 20 odd years. We don't do commercial anymore. But ridiculously, I've never got him for his home. How daft is that? And he loves it. But he's finally sent me a message. Do you think I'm going to go to his house and offer him broadband only?
No.
No, I am not going to talk rates. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to do what we teach, which is I'm going to set an appointment. In this case, he's local. I'm going to go and see him. And I'm going to do the full proper presentation and say to him, Harry, the reason I'm doing this is, do you know what? I know this off the top of my head, but I want you to see everything because I wouldn't want you to come back to me in the future and say, Lisa, why didn't you tell me about this? Why didn't you tell me about that? Yeah, that's the way you do it. So, guys, oh, last one. Go on, Ian.
Two things. I was only there on Saturday, and everyone that was up on stage talking about their, how they've gone forward, like the lady that did 130,000 in 12 months, or the guys that Wes was talking to. I was sitting behind him. He made 15 grand in about 5 or 6 months. Those sort of things were inspiring me, and part of the things I've been thinking over the last couple of months was, I'm seeing everyone else doing well, but I'm still sitting on my backside doing nothing. So I want to catch up with them now. So I'm looking at a big, hairy, audacious goal. Like a guy called Darren Hardy said, aim for that. If you don't hit it, you'll still be further forward than you were.
Absolutely. And can I just share something with you? I don't know this for real. I haven't asked him, but I sat there when Ram Dat was getting his recognition for 800 supporting appointments. And off the top of my head, I did a quickie and thought, let's say the average was 100 quid supporting. Some of them would have been more, some a bit less. There's £80,000 just supporting without residual income or anything else. Yeah, it's just phenomenal. Yeah, go on. We better make this the last now because otherwise I'll be told off for going over.
How do
second,
you see your supported appointments on your portal for yourself? Is there anywhere you can see how many you've supported? Because I can't find it.
Yeah, it is all there. It's in the recognition bit. You can see it. It's every morning, Fran, without fail. Those in my team, they'll tell you I am this mad woman that they get these messages about 6 a.m. The first thing I do, I wake up and I grab my phone and I do recognition because it is so important. It is probably one of the most important things of all, is being recognized for what you do. And I know some people are waiting there, looking, come on, is she going to recognize me? All right, because every single one is an achievement. When you go and see somebody, that, when you do that appointment, I am very aware that often there's been a lot of work to get to that point. True?
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have some of you had postponements? I think my longest postponement ever was 7 months, and I rang 5 times, and every time was not right because this guy was a multi-paraplegic.
Oh,
All right. And every time I rang, it was just inconvenient. His wife was doing his dressings or something. But every time he said to me, it's just not right, Lisa, but please don't forget us. So I didn't. And in the end, I signed him up. At that point, all the services, and I'm going to tell you when it was 2005.
yeah.
So and 20 years that gentleman has been a customer, and I've got over 30 referrals from him. Was it worth pursuing? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Never give up on someone. Sometimes if you get someone that's damn right rude to you and they almost shut the door, yes, you let them go, but not if they say it's just at the moment the wrong time. Timing is everything. Guys, it's now 18 minutes past. I'm way over my 30 minutes, but I thought this was really important. It's being recorded. I'm going. See you all next week. Lovely to see
Thanks,
you.
Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.